When Davido, Nigeria's Afrobeats megastar, invited a president to his Lagos mansion, he expected formality, not to find Burkina Faso's revolutionary leader softly singing his lyrics with tears in his eyes. What followed was far from a typical meet and greet. President Ibrahim Traoré's words shook Davido to his core, exposing the West's hidden hand in Africa's silence and delivering a powerful warning. Your music is your power. Don't let it be their tool. As Davido sat frozen, the laughter from his entourage faded into uneasy silence. Could he, an international icon, truly become a voice for African freedom? Or would fame, as it often does, betray the very continent he sings for? The invitation had been sent in the dead of night, encrypted, discreet, and handwritten by Davido himself. No managers, no diplomats, just a trusted friend, loyal only to truth. Not headlines or handlers. Davido had long admired President Ibrahim Traoré from afar for his fire, his refusal to kneel, his fearless stand against neo-colonialism. And now, in a moment where fame felt increasingly hollow, he needed to meet the man being hailed as Africa's last honest voice. So he invited him to Lagos, secretly. No media, no press, just a conversation, one artist, one revolutionary. But as soon as his inner circle caught wind, the air grew tense. "This man's a target," whispered his tour manager. "The West watches him like a hawk. Hosting him could end your career." Davido laughed it off. But inside, he felt the tremor. He wasn't naive. Traoré wasn't a celebrity. He was a threat to France, to global banks, to every hidden force that manipulates Africa's fate. Still, the invitation stood. His Banana Island estate was prepared like never before. No paparazzi, no phones, thick curtains, a private chef, security guards ordered to speak no word. Davido paced the polished floors, thoughts racing. What would he ask? What would he hear? And would Traoré even come? At 4:27 p.m., 3 black SUVs rolled into the driveway. Davido stepped to the window and froze. The president of Burkina Faso was stepping out, humming Davido's own song. And then, he walked toward the front door. The door opened before Davido could even gather himself. In walked President Ibrahim Traoré, not in a polished suit, not surrounded by stiff security officials, but in worn military fatigues and simple sandals. His face was glowing, calm, as though he were returning home, not entering the estate of one of Africa's most famous musicians. But it wasn't his appearance that left Davido speechless. It was the sound. Tell a dog we say we like to party, but sometimes silence stay loud. He was singing Davido's own lyrics. Not the chorus, not the catchy hook, but the verses, word for word. His voice was low, steady, soulful. Davido froze. Before he could respond, Traoré let out a soft laugh and extended his hand. "Brother," he said warmly, "your music reaches even the caves of the Sahel. The children in Ouagadougou chant your name louder than they do mine." Everyone in the room stood still, unsure of how to react. The guards tensed, waiting for instructions. But Traoré waved them off with a gentle smile. "No formalities today," he said. "I'm not here as a president. I'm here as a son of Africa, speaking to another son, one who carries her soul in his sound." He sat down, motioning for Davido to join him. "You invited me quietly, and I came quietly," he said. "But what we must speak about cannot stay quiet." His voice shifted, no longer soft, but sharp and resolute. "Do you know what power you have?" he asked. "Not the kind they applaud on stage, not the trophies or headlines. I mean real power, the kind that can wake up a continent or keep it asleep. Davido leaned in, his heartbeat quickening. Traoré continued, voice unwavering. They'll let you sing, as long as you sing what they want to hear. But the day you start singing truth, that's the day they'll call you dangerous. The room went completely still, and then he said, eyes locked on Davido, let me tell you how this world really works. They fear our awakening, because when Africa wakes up, the world will have to answer. He leaned back, his tone calm, but seething with quiet fury. We were never poor. We were made poor. Gold, uranium, cobalt, diamonds, oil. Do you know how much of the world runs on what lies beneath our soil? France built an empire from our veins, he said. They take everything, our resources, our labor, then sell us crumbs in return and call it aid. Davido sat frozen. He had heard whispers of this before, on podcasts, in activist speeches, but never like this. Not from a man who had stared down death, survived assassination plots, and stepped into battle to take back what was stolen. Traoré continued without pause. They install puppets, bribe ministers, rewrite constitutions, silence dissent with dollars. And every time we rise, they bring war, economic, digital, or literal. He looked straight at Davido. But music, he said, music is a weapon they cannot ban. And yours already reached the front lines.